Abraham Lincoln is often hailed as one of the greatest presidents in American history. His Emancipation Proclamation and leadership during the Civil War are often celebrated, but there is an untold story that complicates this image. In 1858, Abraham Lincoln ran for U.S. Senate against Stephen Douglas. During their fourth debate in Illinois, Douglas accused Lincoln of supporting Negro equality. Lincoln's response was unequivocal, stating, "I will say then that I am not nor ever have been in favor of bringing about in any way the social and political equality of the white and black races. I am not nor ever have been in favor of making voters or jurors of Negroes, nor of qualifying them to hold office, nor to intermarry with white people." Also in this speech, Abraham Lincoln said, "And inasmuch as they cannot so live, while they do remain together, there must be the position of superior and inferior. And I, as much as any other man, am in favor of having the superior position assigned to the white race." Lincoln's commitment to ending slavery was not born out of a desire for racial justice. Instead, it was primarily a military strategy during the Civil War. As thousands of enslaved people fled to Union lines, Lincoln realized that their labor was vital to the Confederacy's war effort. The Emancipation Proclamation, signed in 1863, declared the freedom of enslaved people in Confederate-held territories, but it did not free those in Union-controlled areas or in the border states that were loyal to the Union. But Lincoln's views on race extended beyond just slavery. He was deeply invested in relocating freed black people outside the United States. During his second annual message to Congress, Lincoln proposed a constitutional amendment to colonize African Americans abroad. One of his first attempts at this was through a plan developed by a man named Bernard Koch. Lincoln signed a contract in December 1862, a day before signing the Emancipation Proclamation, to relocate 5,000 former slaves to the island of Île-à-Vache, also known as Cow Island, right off the coast of Haiti. The plan was to establish a cotton plantation with the freed people, working it for wages and land after a few years. On April 14, 1863, the first ship, the Ocean Ranger, departed with 500 freed people on board. At least 30 of the passengers died from smallpox before they even reached the island. A second ship, intended to bring supplies and build homes for the settlers, never even left the port. When government officials visited Île-à-Vache, they found the settlers living in makeshift huts, not the homes they had been promised. The living conditions were horrendous, and the no work, no rations policy left the freed people starving. Lincoln's policies weren't limited to black people. The Homestead Act of 1862, which promised land to settlers willing to farm it, played a significant role in the displacement of Native Americans. This act encouraged thousands of settlers to encroach on Native American lands, especially in the Great Plains and western U.S. After the Dakota Sioux War, and what was from direct involvement from Abraham Lincoln, 38 Dakota men were hanged in what remains the largest mass execution in U.S. history. This information gives insight that the ideology and legislation of Abraham Lincoln is deeply rooted in white supremacy and black and brown inferiority, which has still been detrimental to these communities to this day.